everybody, welcome to Erica Week Part 2 at the Rot Gut Review. If you've been following our community posts, you know that I'm taking over this week because Ed is feeling a little under the weather. We're still waiting on his COVID test results, but hopefully they come back negative and we get back to doing the crazy things we do here. But until then, it's just me drinking on things. And for Erica Week Part 2, I'm drinking a rye. And I know what you guys are thinking. If you've watched this channel before, you've probably heard me say things like, rye is a dilly nightmare. If you've offered me rye, I probably punched you in the fucking face, and you probably deserved it. But I don't think that anymore, because I watched a little video called How to Pretend to Like Rye. Links somewhere. Everywhere, maybe. I don't know. But after I watched it, I no longer have to pretend to like rye. I love rye. This video was made under my own choice with absolutely no coercion. So let me tell you why I started to like rye. I started to focus on 4 little elements. The history, the earthy elements, and obviously that lovely pickle note. Please save me. But in all seriousness, I want to do a rye revisit, kind of honor Ed's love of rye, and I guess, I don't know, maybe this will give the people on the channel who don't like rye, it'll give you an insight from somebody who isn't totally in love with rye. So what are we drinking? We're drinking Pinhook today. It's got a horsey on it, and it's a pretty blue. That's a big part of why I picked this rye off the shelf. Ed will put up the nerd facts again. You guys learning? Learning with Erica. I don't know if this is going on too long. I'm putting the pressure on him to put in more facts. Hopefully it's not another one about echidna penises. But okay. But yeah, I'm calling this episode a rye revisit because Ed already did do a review. Link here or here or here or here. I do this every time and I should know where it actually goes, but whatever. So go check out that video, get his notes, again, as somebody who loves rye. And he did say we would try to come back to this and get my opinions on it because I have smelled it before and I do actually enjoy the smell. It does not come off terrible. I don't smell dill at all. There is like an alcohol burn to it, but it's not the spice I associate with rye, which is nice. It's kind of like rubbing alcohol and some fruits. There's like a little brown sugar thing that like I would think about in a bourbon. So already this rye has characteristics of a bourbon, which makes it better than other ryes. Yeah, it's like brown sugar, rubbed on pears and apples maybe. Yeah, overall a pleasant, really pleasant nose aside from that little bit of alcohol burn, but that could just be the way I'm sniffing it. So yeah, let's get into the palate. So the palate is really similar to that nose in that I get brown sugar, some alcohol burn, and some fruity elements, but I think the rye grain does poke forward more on the palate than it does on the nose, but not necessarily in a bad way. I don't get the dill that if you ever heard me talk about rye, you know I absolutely hate, but it is, I don't know, it's kind of like this weird mix of like, it's like you poured, like mixed together a rye and a bourbon. It's kind of like you maybe toasted some rye bread, let pastrami sit on it for a little bit, took the pastrami off, and then put like pear preserves on it. I don't know, maybe I'll try recreating that and see if it tastes the exact same or if I'm a liar. But yeah, I still get that brown sugar, some light fruits, but also I get like some darker fruits now. There's like and I wonder if those dark fruits I'm getting are just like that dry characteristic people get from rye, but instead of coming off as like a dry grain to me, it's coming off as a drier fruit because it's got like a, I don't know, like a dried out plum or raisin thing to it. Just a little spicy, but not terrible. So maybe, I don't know, you got crazy with your recipes. You toasted some rye bread, put some dried apricots, apples on that toasted bread, threw on some cinnamon and brown sugar, and what's like a sweet spice aside from cinnamon? I'm gonna say coriander, but I also don't know I 100% know what coriander tastes like. So this is already a great review for you guys. But I'm gonna say I'm 97% sure coriander. But yeah, this is a rye I do not hate. I don't necessarily love it because, you know, as I'm saying, like describing it, it kind of has those sweet bourbony characteristics. I'm like, it's not sweet enough, but also it's not obnoxiously pickly. So I don't know. I feel like we need to have like an Erica rye scale somehow where I can rate something a whatever out of whatever. I rate this on a sliding scale, maybe like a 4 out of 5 on bourbon, 4 out of 5 on ryes because I don't hate it. But like, would I drink it again? Maybe in a cocktail or something. I don't know. But 0 pickles out of 5. I don't know, whatever. Ryes are bad. Don't drink them. Except for this one. Maybe try it. Anyway, this has been Erica Week Part 2. I drank ryes of my own volition. Crazy world we live in, right? But anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Drop in the comments if you like ryes, love ryes. Mostly if you hate them because I want to crush Eddie's soul. But until next time, stay rotten. I'm going to do this again. I'm so lonely.